I'm Davia Chambers, and this week I'm taking you to a world of peace and tranquility, fresh food and fitness, relaxation and reflection. Yes, welcome to Eden's Door. This paradise is located at Mary's Hill, Tobago. We have an exciting show for you this week, so don't go anywhere. Let's Talk Tobago starts now. This week, local government visits the THA model of governance with the Chief Secretary and the local government minister, and highlights on Autism Awareness 2016, these stories and more when Let's Talk Tobago continues.
9 days of fun in the sun. The Tobago Jazz Experience, April 16th to 24th, featuring David Rudder, Tree Canal, Third World, J. Cole, Arturo Tappan, Etienne Charles, and Grammy Award-winning artists Maxwell and Miss Lauryn Hill. For more info, visit www.tobagojazzexperience.com. The Tobago Jazz Experience is sponsored by the THA Division of Tourism, Flow, TDC, Carib, and Caribbean Airlines. The Tobago Jazz Experience is much more than music.
The Tobago House of Assembly has a plan, the Comprehensive Economic Development Plan, CEDP, and it is for all of us. Are you ready to benefit from higher levels of development in Tobago and a higher standard of living?
We ready!
The priority areas are branding Tobago, clean, green, safe, and serene. Business development and entrepreneurship.
Are you ready?
Human capital development.
I'm ready.
Social development and resilience.
I'm ready.
Improved infrastructure and utilities. Enhanced safety and security.
I'm ready.
Environmental sustainability. Tourism.
Are you ready?
Marine resources and forestry.
Are you ready?
Good governance and institutional reform.
The CEDP is ready. Join us and get on board.
Let's travel the island, straight back to my land, even to Thailand.
Eden's Door is owned by Dr. Jennifer Bailey and is the only known business in Tobago that combines agriculture with fitness. Did I mention that it's nestled in an urban forest? So listen up. The policymakers of central government regard the Tobago House of Assembly structure and operations as a good model for local government in Trinidad. So they came to explore, and we hear more in this story on the consultation.
Since the THA Act 40 of 1996 was passed, the Tobago House of Assembly has taken charge of administration of Tobago's affairs in 33 key areas. And according to the Minister of Rural Development and Local Government, Franklin Can, the advancements made in this island's governance structure are superior to those in Trinidad's local government system. So the minister brought a team to Tobago to get a closer look at the THA's operations. They looked at Tobago's governance structure to see which elements they can adopt to transform local government.
As we speak, the Municipal Corporation Act was enacted in 1990. 14 regional corporations. As of today, the Ministry of Works still has Victoria Office, St. Patrick Office, St. George's Office, St. George West Office. The Ministry of Education still has Victoria County Office, Northeastern County Office, St. Patrick County Office, Caroni County Office. Because it is not a permeating system. Because people are locked into their dogma, they are locked into their inertia, and the society does not transform itself.
The Tobago House of Assembly's ability to manage service delivery across Tobago has benefited its population. That's an aspect that the local government system in Trinidad wants to pattern.
But what we have been telling the people of Trinidad and Tobago, Trinidad in particular, that because this fundamental piece of legislation called THA Act number 40 of 1996 has really empowered the people of Tobago to largely govern themselves in terms of service delivery in most areas. That has transformed the governance in Tobago, and it has really improved the quality of service delivered to the population. We quote examples like TIMA, all this social service delivery aspect in particular, which I want to spend some more time on a little later on. The medical health alert devices.
But Chief Secretary Orville London warned that 3 phases of the process must first be considered.
Therefore, I feel that in doing it right, we've got to really think about 3 phases of this process. The process the phase of enacting legislation, the phase of facilitating implementation of that legislation, and the third phase, which is the most important, enhancing delivery. Decentralization will not automatically lead to transformation.
The overall goal is to enhance the delivery of governance throughout the country. I'm Caroline Wallace for Let's Talk Tobago.
These beautiful blue and purple flowers add to the beauty of the property and are everywhere. They're also the signature flowers for Eden's Door. The purple flowers are known as the Royalia Purpura Britannia, and the blue flowers are known as Plumbago. Now, Tobagonians had the opportunity to participate in national discussions on workplace issues such as rights, responsibilities, legal implications for employers, and some more hot topics. Let's go to this report to hear more.
The Industrial Relations Act 8801 relates to the rights, responsibilities, and legal implications for employers, employees, and labor representatives. It also outlines the role of the Industrial Court in dealing with labor issues. Government is seeking to amend the legislation, and the third leg of the National Tripartite Consultation gave stakeholders a chance to share their ideas and concerns. Here, members of the business sector, the labor movement, the Tobago House of Assembly, and the government joined the discussions.
Today's consultation is therefore critical to ensuring that we take responsibility for ensuring an all-inclusive workplace in Trinidad and Tobago for our most valued assets, our human resources. Particularly in these times when the labor environment here in Trinidad and Tobago is tested.
The Ministry of Labour and Small Enterprise Development headed the consultations. Tobago's contribution will form a part of the change that people want for better employer-employee relations.
I therefore encourage all of us to share our spirited contributions to ensure that this industrial relation regulations that we are trying to adjust today embraces differences in diversity and differences in our way of life, in our work environment, and safeguard against discrimination.
The three-sector approach used to amend the Industrial Relations Act is expected to create more sustainable solutions to the nation's labor issues. Solutions that should be in keeping with the mandates of the International Labour Organization. I'm Umadara Mills for Let's Talk Tobago.
These plants are known as the Red Lady papaya trees, and there's a variety of fruit trees here on the agricultural farm at Eden's Door. There's also a herb garden comprising of thyme, tarragon, and many more. Come bring the family and enjoy what Eden's Door has to offer. Herbs and fruits can contribute to good health, and this upcoming story has highlights on health issues that women should be aware of before conceiving. Let's hear more in this report.
Fibroids, type 2 diabetes, chronic hypertension, obesity, and anemia. These are the popular medical conditions in Tobago that can lead to a high-risk pregnancy. And 2 out of 3 women on the island are affected by one or more of these diseases, which makes the pregnancy high risk.
These complications are becoming linked more and more to lifestyle changes, things that we do, things that we are doing now that we didn't do 50 years ago. Women need to make a conscious effort to ensure that we are healthy before embarking on a pregnancy. And this is going to be the bottom line. This is the take-home message here today.
But how can this be solved? Through education. So, the Division of Health and Social Services and the Tobago Regional Health Authority hosted the inaugural Maternal Health Conference to educate the population on maternal health.
And as we have seen over the past 18 months, when there's a disconnection between women's health and maternal health, you can have negative outcomes. So as a society, one must recognize that the spectrum of health and healthy living is not only for self, but also for the next generation.
Topics discussed include fibroids and polycystic ovaries, vaginal versus cesarean section, high-risk pregnancies, and maternal mortality. According to the World Health Organization, WHO, every day, approximately 830 women die from preventable causes related to pregnancy and childbirth.
And at Scarborough General Hospital, anemia is a major cause. On the maternity ward, we see basically like a lot of females with anemia. And therefore, we tell the patients, once you're having vaginal delivery or cesarean section, please have at least 2 blood donors. Another factor that contributes to bleeding after delivery is obesity. A BMI greater than 35 increases this risk. Also, prolonged labor.
The Maternal Health Conference will be held annually. I am Caroline Wallace for Let's Talk Tobago.
On the other side of the break, Autism Awareness 2016. Let's Talk Tobago will be right back.
9 days of fun in the sun. The Tobago Jazz Experience, April 16th to 24th, featuring David Rudder, Tree Canal, Third World, J. Cole, Arturo Tappan, Etienne Charles, and Grammy Award-winning artists Maxwell and Miss Lauryn Hill. For more info, visit www.tobagojazzexperience.com. The Tobago Jazz Experience is sponsored by the THA Division of Tourism, Flow, TDC, Carib, and Caribbean Airlines. The Tobago Jazz Experience is much more than music.
The Tobago House of Assembly has a plan, the Comprehensive Economic Development Plan, CEDP, and it is for all of us. Are you ready to benefit from higher levels of development in Tobago and a higher standard of living?
We ready!
The priority areas are branding Tobago, clean, green, safe, and serene. Business development and entrepreneurship.
Are you ready?
Human capital development.
I'm ready.
Social development and resilience.
I'm ready.
Improved infrastructure and utilities. Enhanced safety and security.
I'm ready.
Environmental sustainability. Tourism.
Ready.
Marine resources and forestry.
Are you ready?
Good governance and institutional reform.
The CEDP is ready. Join us and get on board.
Let's travel the island, straight back to my land, even to Thailand.
There are 3 fitness trails, and directly behind me happens to be trail number 1. I counted about 105 steps on this trail with lots of workout hotspots. Are you up to the challenge? Now, it's a bit challenging to build awareness for any charity organization. In this case, autism is no exception. Omodara Mills tells us about 2 organizations and the project they're working on.
Autism spectrum disorder, or autism, are general terms for a group of complex brain development disorders. They range from difficulties in social interaction, verbal and nonverbal communication, and repetitive behaviors. These are just a few points people learned when they visited the Scarborough Library's exhibition on autism awareness. Besides the display, the Scarborough Library facility partnered with Autism Tobago to host a lecture entitled Autism and You, Strategies for Families Living with Autism.
A lot of persons don't know what autism is, and like I stated, with the stigma, as soon as you see someone who is not normal, you tend to view them to be different or bad or in a negative light. And all we're trying to do today is just spread awareness and acceptance. So we'll be focusing on some of the behaviors that teachers and parents of autistic children will have to face on a daily basis.
And here's 2 approaches to remember when you're interacting with an autistic individual.
So where one may be having an episode, you could distract them, give them something else to focus on instead of focus on that thing that triggered them to act out in the first place. Or you may be able to diffuse the situation, take them out of the environment that caused the trigger.
The Scarborough Library has a number of books for people who want to learn more about autism.
We as a people need to educate ourselves and to elevate ourselves to bring about changes in society on the level of policymakers, our own everyday attitude towards these persons. We don't shun them, we don't discriminate against them, but we help to integrate them into society, help to make their lives better.
As part of the month-long public education campaign, Autism Tobago also planned a walk and a sports and family day. I'm Umadara Mills for Let's Talk Tobago.
These silver ribbons behind me prevent birds from eating the plants in this area. The reflection from the holographic ribbons play a part in scaring them away and protecting crops. The wholesale-only Farm at Eden store surrounds the trails, which double as access for crop cultivation. Now, as the saying goes, prevention is much better than cure. There are a variety of activities directed to increase safety in the workplace. Employee awareness is key. Be aware, and let's explore the topic of safety in this story.
The British Medical Journal did a 15-year study on workplace stress, and they found that people who reported being overworked and unable to meet deadlines were twice as likely to get type 2 diabetes than those who felt they were able to meet the deadlines.
Working in a stressful environment can affect your personal productivity and, by extension, the country's work output. It can also affect your health. That's why workplace stress, a collective challenge, is the focus of this year's health and safety activities.
Stress is one of the factors that contribute to high mortality rates in the island, because there are plenty of people suffering from high blood pressure, which is one of the symptoms and factors. So what we are trying to do, because everybody is now more focused on career, family life, we're trying to promote that a stressful environment could also lead to sickness or poor health, which impacts your health and safety of the workplace. So what we are doing is trying to motivate and promote more safety through wellness and welfare.
The Occupational Safety and Health Department is conducting a month-long health and safety caravan to educate THA employees about work-related stress. Workers can have their blood pressure tested and learn about their rights and duties to ensure their well-being in the workplace.
You have more of a one-on-one interaction, because all the caravans are staffed with safety officers from different divisions. This gives some of the employees who may not have known their officers or more aware of what their responsibilities are on their health and safety. Also, it gives them a chance to express how they feel and even how the law, if it's affecting them, or if the standards we put in place are effective.
Tobago's health and safety celebrations culminate with the second annual OSH Awards. That's where safety committees and individuals are honored for their efforts to ensure the well-being of all employees. The divisions that were most compliant with the safety and health regulations during the 2015 biennial OSH audit will also be recognized.
Awarding individuals or showing some sort of appreciation for what people contribute towards health and safety in the workplace. It helps foster a positive health and safety culture. So it helps move the culture that we have existing to a more positive one.
The activities hosted by the OSH department have enhanced the health and safety awareness of employees. It's also increased their willingness to report incidents that can affect their security and well-being. I'm Kern De Freitas for Let's Talk Tobago.
This is the Fitness Monument. There's the pull-up bar for adults to keep fit and the sandbox for children to play their way to healthy. But if you're looking to relax and don't mind feeling the burn, then come out to the Moonlight Hike at 8 p.m. sharp. It's just a hike on trail too, but you enjoy a fabulous meal from produce grown right here. Now, in our next story, this charity golf tournament began as a way to raise funds and build awareness in sports, but it's taken a different direction. And today, charity is at the center of why the tournament takes place. Here's the details in this report.
Water tanks, special beds for the elderly, a freezer, and a camera for a security system. These are some of the items that the Night Care Home for the Aged and the St. Vincent de Paul Home received for their senior citizens' facilities. Both homes agree that the equipment has come at an opportune time.
It's greatly appreciated, especially at this point in time, because we have been facing some challenges. So again, I would like to say thanks.
The home, we always have ongoing works to carry out, and this will greatly assist us in carrying out that mission.
The donations are possible due to the proceeds from the 2015 Chief Secretary's Charity Golf Tournament, which exceeded $80,000. In addition to its altruistic side, the tournament also boosts sport tourism on the island. The homes were chosen by the Chief Secretary of London because of their work in caring for the vulnerable members of our society. One of the organizers of the golf tournament says he is proud to be a part of an event that's helped to improve the lives of many Tobagonians.
As the chief says, it's a great honor. It's an honor for my company, myself and Mr. Rosta, to do this every year. This is our 14th year, and we've had charities in the past that led me to tears, especially Celeste Grandison, that is walking again after the operation we gave her. And since then, we've been giving Home of the Aged and all the charities that the chief has given us.
This year, the Chief Secretary's charity golf tournament will tee off from June 17th to the 19th. And as is done each year, the competition will have a positive impact both on and off the greens. I'm Omadara Mills for Let's Talk Tobago.
See you after the break.
9 days of fun in the sun. The Tobago Jazz Experience, April 16th to 24th, featuring David Rudder, Tree Canal, Third World, J. Cole, Arturo Tappan, Etienne Charles, and Grammy Award-winning artists Maxwell and Miss Lauryn Hill. For more info, visit www.tobagojazzexperience.com. The Tobago Jazz Experience is sponsored by the THA Division of Tourism, Flow, TDC, Carib, and Caribbean Airlines. The Tobago Jazz Experience is much more than music.
Going to Barbados? Why continue to pay high prices when you can get there for only US $231.95, all taxes included? Yes, you heard right. You can now travel to Barbados from Tobago for a mere US $231.95 on Gold's weekly service. So if you're going to Barbados for business, the beach, crop over, or attending university, stop wasting your money on those other high-priced airlines and get there for a fraction of the cost. To book, just log on to www.vogel.com.br. Barbados just got closer.
Dr. Bailey's inspiration for Eden's Door sprung from her devotion to fitness and wellness. She purchased the 6-acre property 18 years ago and realized that she got a workout after hiking the property in its entirety. She decided to make it business where people can come to enjoy a combination of fitness and great food. So the Tobago Jazz Experience is finally here, and I know that you're aware of the many small and fringe events leading up to the big nights. Crystal George has this report.
The slogan for Tobago Jazz Experience is more than just music. The event continues to live up to the tagline with a series of events geared at combining entertainment with other aspects of Tobago's culture, natural beauty, and, of course, education. Tobago's children were not left out, with hands-on participation in the Edu Jazz segment.
The aim of the workshops is one, to make the children aware of tourism and why we do the festival, and two, also building capacity in terms of passing on some of the skills from knowledge transfer from those practitioners who have been really good in the arts and in the music industry, and also motivating, inspiring them that there are things they can do beyond their school if they want to pursue the arts.
The children learnt about the proper techniques to enhance their vocal training.
It was basically giving some tips and rudiments as on voice and voice training and the voice as an instrument and vocal jazz, and it was well received. A lot of them knew what I was talking about, so some of them sing. You could tell that they sing, and they were really good this morning.
Some of the participants who attended the workshop shared what they learned.
It was good, and I enjoyed it. It was really nice. I learned about the picture of music and how you produce your songs.
I learned that how high the range is, how high or low your voice can go.
It's hoped that these lessons will help these young music lovers become the island stars of tomorrow, I'm Crystal George for Let's Talk Tobago.
Lunch, wedding, moonlight hike, retreat or workout, or even a cookout. Eden's Door can offer you quite a range of natural hotspots and activities. So it's that time of year again. Yes, the Tobago Jazz Experience is here.
We bring the fire when we come down. We bring the fire when we come down. We bring the fire, so we come out and play. Dance and misbehave.
The atmosphere was full of energy when the Tobago Jazz Experience began at Jazz in the East in Speyside. Thousands of patrons descended on the Speyside recreational ground for the concert, which featured top local artists such as Benja.
I tell them that they will be calling up my name. Mr. Paper, I'm second, but in the hearts I'm number one. Tobago champion, Speyside champion.
As if the concert could not get any better, on came the feature artist for the evening, David Rudder, with hits like
Sweet TNT. Lord, I love up my country. Sweet TNT. No place in this world I'd rather be. Pretty soon the runs are going to flow again like water, bringing so much joy to each and every son and daughter. I say we're gonna rise again like a raging fire. As the sun shines, you know we can take it higher. But we got the what? Rally.
The Tobago Jazz Experience runs until April 24th, 2016. I'm Keishon Wilson for Let's Talk Tobago.
It's Have Your Say time, and we want to hear some of your creative solutions to our question this week. We asked, what do you think should be done about illegal vending in Scarborough? Now let's hear what some of you had to say.
They should at least have more reasonably priced facility so that people could rent, because right now prices are sky high.
They should put some facilities in place for these people to do their vending, and because they know everybody needs to live.
Once there is a suitable alternative for them, I think we should be able to keep everybody happy.
The easiest way to make money, I find government should allow once there's no problem. So if vending on the streets helping out the poor, I don't think that should be a problem.
I don't support illegal vending, right? But you must have some place to accommodate these people if you wish to move them.
So that you move them, you make up a proper structure for them to vend, and even though they have to pay a small change, understand, for the month, it's still better than you moving them totally.
Everybody have to make a living at the end of the day, but we still have to cater for poor people. We can't just think about ourselves alone, and I find they could find some place to put them instead of the police have to be going and moving them every time.
Some people find it better to have their own business, so have a marketplace specifically for vending purposes.
As always, we thank you for watching. Email us with your comments or queries about the program, and be sure to visit our website, like us on Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. From our house to yours, I'm Davia Chambers, along with the Department of Information, Office of the Chief Secretary, Tobago House of Assembly, wishing you a safe and productive week. We close now with footage from Jazz on the Waterfront. Do enjoy.